this is what life has taught me. My name is Prophet Vincent Grant. At the age of 12 to 13 years, between that age, my beloved grandmother, may her soul rest in peace, told me a very touching story about this man who was living in his own country and there was war. So he decided to run to a nearby country for his life. So he put his house in order, the wives and the children, and he took off. So the journey was successful, and he went to that nearby country and was accepted by this king. After the king listened to his story, and by that time the king in that foreign land knew about the war that is going on in the country the foreigner came from, where that king was a very good man who gave the man a lot of properties, including land, cattle, sheep, gold, and so many things, and everything that will make life comfortable for this man. And this man lived with this king for about 10 years. And the man lived in the palace with the king, working, taking care of his family for 10 years. And after 10 years, this foreigner received a letter, a good news from his country, that the chief in his family died, and the villagers and the community and the royal family want him to come back and be the next chief or king over them. So when he received that letter, he decided to put his house in order in this foreign country in order to go back to his homeland. And when he was putting things in order, preparing for the day that he will go to his country, he called the wives, the children, and the family. And he said, we can all count and remember that we are foreigners in this land. And this king, this chief, loves us so much, and he has shared everything he has, including his access, property, land with us. Now it is time for me to go back to my country and be the next king over my people. What do you think we should do to show a higher level of appreciation to this king who loved us so much and accepted us more than friends, more than family? What can we do to show him appreciation for being a good man to us? And the wives and the children were talking about so many things. He said, let's give him our cattle, our dog, our gold, and everything when we are leaving. And the king and the man said, well, if you say we should give him everything we have, that is not enough, because this man literally have more than enough. If you talk about gold, sheep, cattle, donkey, he has more than enough. If you talk about gold and silver, he has more than enough. Everything you could talk about, this man has more than enough. So what else can we give that will be highly appreciated by him? So they came up with an idea that they should plant a coconut farm. They should do a coconut farm, because a coconut tree can last for 10 decades, 20 decades. It can last for over 100 years. So they decided to plant a coconut tree. And at the end of the discussion, the man and the family agreed to do something. They said, we need to do a coconut farm. And this will take us about 5 years. When we do the coconut farm, after 5 years, that time the coconut will be somehow mature. Though it take coconut about the local coconut, about 10 to 15 years before it start to produce. So they said, when we do the coconut farm, 5 years after, we are going to dedicate the whole farm to the man. And by the coconut and the coconut tree, we shall forever be remembered by the people in this village and this community. And even if the king died, his children will come and see that their father was a good man who extended goodness to a foreigner, and this foreigner planted this coconut here to show an appreciation to the king. So this man went to the king and called the king and said, "My lord, I want you to do me one favor. I want you to give me a land that I will use to do a coconut farm." And the king said, "You have no problem. All the land in this community belong to me. And as big as you want it, you can have it." So the king gave this man a very big, large, huge plot for the coconut project. So the man did the best he could to cultivate the land and planted the coconut. So one day, the wife of the king went to visit the farm, and he saw how large and how big the coconut farm is. Immediately, greed, envy, and jealousy entered her. When she came home, she called the husband and said, "My lord, may you live long. There's an issue I want to discuss with you. This man is a foreigner, and you have shared all that you have with him as if he's your brother. And now you have given him such a large land for coconut farm, but I think you didn't think about it twice. This is what I am thinking, my husband. There will come a time that when we died, there will come a time when we are no more. The children and the next generation of this foreigner will be fighting our children and our next generation over that land, because they are going to say that as far as the coconut tree belongs to their father, the land too belongs to their father. And our children may not have what it takes to claim that huge land you have given to the man. And I think it's a strategy the man is trying to use in order to secure that big land for his family and his next generation." And the king said, "No, I don't think that is the case. This is a good man who has been living with us in peace and also helping us. I don't think he has a bad intention." The wife said, "No, my dear, you are too kind to people. You can't trust people. This man has a secret plan. A time will come, his next generation to come will be fighting our generation over that land, because the coconut tree belonged to their father or their grandfather." And the king said, "Okay, if that is what you think is his plan, what can we do?" And the wife said, "We need to employ people to go and destroy the coconut farm." So they employ people who went to the farm at the middle of the night. Over thousands of coconut planted, they uproot it. They destroy it. Now, they don't fully uproot it from the ground. They just uproot it to shake the root, to break the root, then they leave it. So they went at the middle of the night and did a bad job. A week later, the man went to the farm to realize that all over thousands of coconut he planted, all of them died. He came home and told the wife. The wife said, no, we need to start, we need to do it again. So they went and bought another coconut seed and they planted it. They planted it. And few months later, when the coconut start to germinate and do well, the woman and the king, they employ the same people who went at night and destroy all the coconut. The man tried the third time, they destroy. He tried the fourth time, they destroy. And the fifth time, he said, I'm not going to give up. This man has been so good to me. And I want to plant this coconut that even if I go back to my country, anytime they see the coconut, anytime they harvest the coconut, my name shall be remembered in this community. So the coconut is the best thing I will do. The fifth time, the man planted the coconut again. Then again and again, they destroyed it. So now the man gave up. And by that time, the 5 years was over, which means the man has spent 15 years in that foreign land. So one day, this man called the king and the wife and said, I have a short meeting with you. And the king said, okay, we are ready. So the man said, for me to start with, I was a foreigner seeking for peace, running away from war and death from my country to this foreign land. I have no property here, yet you gave me property. I have no family here, yet you became my family. I don't know anybody here, yet you relate with me more than friends, more than brothers, more than family. There is nothing I can do to show how much I appreciate your love for the past 15 years being with you. And my Lord, about 6 years ago, I received a message from my country that our chief died. And they want me to come and be a king over them. And when they gave me the message, one thing came into my mind, that when it is time for me to leave this country, what can I be remembered of? And I thought of so many things. I decided to buy you cattle, but I realized you have more than enough. I decided to give you cowries and gold, but I know that you have more than enough. I decided to give you gold, donkeys, chariot, but I know that you have more than enough. And in the midst of my contemplation, I decided to do something awesome that will last for over 100 years. That even when the time comes that you transition from mortality to immortality, your children, and the next generation to come will remember me for the good things and the tender mercies you have shown me as a foreigner in your country. So I decided to plant coconut. I decided to do a coconut farm. That a time like this, when I am ready to go back to my country, I will hand it over to you. That anytime you see the coconut or you harvest the coconut, it will be your good reward. That anytime the villagers, your children to come, they see the coconut, they will remember that their father, their grandfather, their great grandfather was a good man who even accepted foreigners. And by his good deeds, a foreigner planted this coconut in memory, in appreciation of him. And my Lord, we have tried everything we could to do the coconut farm. But anytime we try, we don't know whether it is bad luck or whether it is a bad destiny or whether it is an attack of the enemy. That anytime we planted the coconut, they all die. We planted the second time, they all died. We planted the third time, they all died. We planted the fourth time, they all died. Even that, I decided to push the fifth time. But unfortunately, the fifth time, they all die. My Lord, I don't know what I could offer to show my utmost appreciation for all the good things you have done for me for the past 15 years being in your palace in this foreign land. Together with my children, my wife, and my family, we want to say thank you, and may God Almighty bless you so much. Before they finished talking, the king and the wife, they broke in tears. They started weeping. They started crying. They were out of words. They couldn't find out what to say. This is what life has taught me. Sometimes the people we treat bad, thinking they are enemy against our progress, are actually our destiny helpers in disguise. Many times, the coconut trees that we kill today are our future reward. The people we destroy today are the people we need tomorrow. The businesses we destroy today, the friends, the relatives that we destroy today are actually the people we need in the next level of our life. Sometimes people come into our life with a good heart, a clean heart, good intention to love, to support, to be there for us. But most of the time, we misunderstand their place in our life. We misunderstand their love for us, making us think they are enemies. Be careful not to kill a coconut tree. That is your reward for the future. This is what life has taught me. Sometimes your house help, your co-worker, those that you treated bad, may be your destiny helpers tomorrow. That house boy, that house girl, that doesn't amount to anything to you, may be the helper of your children and your children's children tomorrow. This is what life has taught me. If you do good, you do it for yourself. And if you do bad, you do it for yourself. This is what life has taught me. Be careful how you treat people. Be careful when destroying people. Be careful when planning evil and negative things about people. Be careful not to kill your destiny helper today. Be careful not to kill the people you need tomorrow today, because tomorrow may come that you need their help and they are nowhere to be found. Tomorrow may come that you need somebody like them to recommend you, to introduce you, to support you, to help you, to stand with you, to defend your cause, but they will be nowhere to be found. This is what life has taught me. If you do good, you do it for yourself. If you do bad, you do it for yourself. Sometimes the people whose business we are supposed to support are those business we destroy. Sometimes the people whose ministry we should support, we should help, are the people whose ministry we destroy. Sometimes the people we should help and support are the people we destroy, the people we fight, the people we attack. Sometimes the people we should stand for, the people we should support, the people we should defend are the people we gossip about, the people we destroy. Sometimes the people we should love with all our heart, stand in for them when they are in trouble, support them when they are down, lift them up when they are falling, are the people we hate. They are the people we work out of their life. This is what life has taught me. The things sometimes you thought are against you are actually for you. The people sometimes we think that this one is our enemy, this one doesn't like us, this one doesn't love us. They are actually the people who love us so much. The problem is that our intention about them is wrong, whilst their heart towards us, their intention towards us is good. This is what life has taught me. If you do good, you do it for yourself. And if you do bad, you do it for yourself. This is what life has taught me. Sometimes there are people who are struggling to cultivate a coconut farm. I mean, in business, in ministry, in certain adventures of life. Those are the people we are supposed to support. But unfortunately, those are the people we hate. Those are the people we fight. Those are the people we try to destroy. Those are the people we don't even want to do business with them. These are the people we don't even want to help and support. These are the people we don't even want to see them succeed in life. We don't want them to make it in life. But sometimes they are the people we need tomorrow. They are the people to employ our generation tomorrow. They are people who God has destined as our future destiny helper. They might not be your helper tomorrow, but they might be a helper of your generation, a helper of your children in the future. This is what life has taught me. Be careful how you treat people. Be careful the conspiracy you cook behind people. Be careful how you deal with people. Whatsoever a man soweth, he reap. And if you do good, you do it for yourself. If you do bad, you do it for yourself. I've seen many people who kill their destiny helpers. I've seen many people who hate people they should have loved. I've seen many people who attack the people they should support. I've seen many people who treated their destiny helper thinking they are an enemy against their progress, against their success in life. Be careful how you deal with people. You may have misunderstanding. You may have your perceptions about them, but be careful how you treat them. This is what life has taught me. Sometimes the people we fight are the people we should support. Sometimes the people we destroy are the people we should help. Sometimes the people we should love are the people we hate. Sometimes the people we should recommend, the people that we should praise, the people that we should celebrate are the people we gossip about, They are the people we destroy with our words. This is what life has taught me. Before you destroy that coconut farm, be careful, because it may be your reward for tomorrow. This is what life has taught me. Sometimes the relationship that we break, the marriages that we walk away from, the people that we walk away from their life, most of the time are the people we should hold close and dear to our heart. You might not need them today, but tomorrow will come that you need them. This is what life has taught me. Today, they may seem like an enemy against your progress. Today, they may seem like people who doesn't believe you, or people who doesn't want you to succeed. But tomorrow may come that their real intention will be understood. This is what life has taught me. Before you plan evil, think twice. Before you plan to destroy somebody's hard work, hard labor, think twice. Before you plan to destroy somebody's business, think twice. This is what life has taught me. The king agreed with the wife to destroy the coconut farm because they think that that will be a problem tomorrow. Later did they know that the coconut farm that they employ people to destroy is their reward for tomorrow. Be careful what you kill today. It might be your reward for tomorrow. This is what life has taught me. My name is Prophet Vincent Grant. Share this video to bless somebody. God bless you. Bye-bye.